Good day, everyone. Today, my group members, Aliyah Guevara, Amisha Mangal, Priya Singh, and myself, Sarah Batiste, will be talking to you about our seminar evaluation.
The objectives for today's seminar is to firstly give a seminar recap and secondly to give a seminar evaluation. The objectives for today's seminar is to firstly discuss the effects of social anxiety and COVID-19 on university students in Trinidad and Tobago, and secondly to address the issues and requests posed by our target audience. The concerns that was posed by our audience was firstly that 76% of our participants wished to learn how to control feelings of fear, panic, and anxiety for oral presentations or answering questions in the e-learning classroom. 71% of our participants asked for the seminar to implement confidence-building techniques. 41% of participants asked for the seminar to contain techniques to improve academic achievement in the online learning platform. And lastly, 53% of participants asked for the seminar to integrate techniques for managing social anxiety.
Now we'll get into the evaluation aspect of this session using a seminar checklist comprising 8 questions. Question 1. What were the overall benefits of the intervention? 4 benefits of this intervention include 1. Knowledge sharing. Our intervention provided a wealth of knowledge for participants. It increased insight into the social anxiety levels of National College students, and participants also gained awareness on the causes of social anxiety and the effects of the pandemic on college students' social skills and academic performance. 2. Specialized knowledge. Our intervention incorporated a segment with a certified counselor who provided her expertise on constructive social anxiety management techniques. 3. Practical skills. Our intervention provided practical methods that the target audience could apply to solve current issues related to social anxiety. We provided practical applications to improve self-confidence, academic performance, and orating skills, while also highlighting useful techniques to decrease social anxiety and adjust to the virtual learning experience brought about by the pandemic. 4. Generates discussion. Our intervention extended an interactive and entertaining platform for hosts and participants to share experiences, engage in fun activities, and ultimately generate discussion on issues related to the topic.
Question 2. Were particular individuals helped and was the intervention beneficial to the entire group? According to the data collected, the 13 people who attended the seminar thought it was really valuable to them all. When asked, did the seminar provide you any insight into social anxiety? Because no one said differently, the common answer was yes. From the data collected in the below graphs, it is certain that the intervention was beneficial in many ways. Questions 3 to 5 clearly indicates that it was helpful. When asked which techniques discussed in the seminar have you implemented to reduce social anxiety during oral presentations, 9 students indicated being prepared, 6 indicated carrying a safety blanket, 4 indicated interpreting anxiety as excitement, 2 indicated seeking out public speaking opportunities, and none indicated none of the above. When asked which confidence building techniques have you implemented, picturing yourself in the future, 54% indicated that believing in yourself, 54 as well. Keep trying, 46%, and none of them indicated that they use neither. Which techniques have you implemented to improve academic performance? 2. Actively participating. 4. Taking notes. 10. Utilize the internet wisely. 7. And none indicated none of the above.
Question 3. What theoretical model influenced our intervention and what are the implications? Our seminar was designed to educate our audience on social anxiety, how COVID-19 relates to it, and how to deal with social anxiety. The cognitive learning theory and the constructivist learning theory both influenced what we did in our social anxiety seminar. For the cognitive learning theory, according to the International Bureau of Education, the cognitive learning theory is understood as the acquisition of knowledge. This means that the learner is an information processor who absorbs information, undertakes cognitive operations on it, and stocks it in memory. Cognitivism emphasizes the role that environmental conditions play in facilitating learning. So instructional explanations like defining social anxiety, linking COVID-19 to social anxiety, and discussing its causes and effects. Demonstrations like how to apply the various techniques discussed in the seminar, and illustrative examples are all considered to be instrumental in learning. The goal of instruction in cognitivism is to communicate or transfer knowledge to the students in the most efficient, effective manner possible. Therefore, in our social anxiety seminar, we presented our participants with information that was sized and chunked in such a way that they can assimilate and or accommodate the new information as quickly and as easily as possible. This learning theory was deemed to be very effective in helping us relay our information to our audience, since all the participants who attended the seminar stated in our feedback survey that our seminar produced insight into social anxiety. Additionally, at the end of our seminar, we had a trivia to observe if our participants understood what was discussed in the seminar. And based on the number of correct answers given to us, we can assume that the information was well received. The constructivist learning theory. According to the International Bureau of Education, the learner actively constructs their knowledge in interaction with the environment and through the reorganization of their mental structures. Since people can learn through active participation, throughout our seminar, we ensure to ask our participants questions in order to hear their views and experiences, as well as to help them understand the information given. The goal of instruction in constructivism is to accurately portray tasks, not to define the structure of learning required to achieve a task. So, in our seminar, we not only explain the various techniques our participants can use to reduce social anxiety during oral presentations, build self-confidence, and improve academic performance, but we also demonstrated how they can use these techniques. Though it was not applicable for them to practice the techniques during the seminar, they were still able to utilize the techniques on their own. When asked which technique or techniques they used, they all tried various techniques, of which being prepared for oral presentations, picturing yourself in the future, believing in yourself, and taking notes to boost academic performance were most used. 84.62% of participants also stated that the techniques they tried were effective, which states that the application of these techniques were understood through our demonstration and explanation of how to use them.
Question 4 asks, is there further support or contradiction of the background theory? As explained in the previous question, Our post-seminar participant feedback indicates further support of the background theories used. Quantitative and qualitative responses show that the cognitivism and constructivism theories were successful in helping participants retain information and adjust behavior. Participants have even successfully practiced cognitive and constructivism techniques to change their behavior. These are some qualitative answers to the question, were any of the techniques effective? If yes, please state which. As you can see, note-taking, carrying a security blanket, envisioning oneself in the future, active participation, and interpreting anxiety as excitement were all implemented successfully to enhance the college experience. Cognitive methods like providing instructional explanations in categorically sensible ways and constructivism methods like providing practical examples that participants can replicate in real-life scenarios have proven to be effective, again further supporting the theories. Recall that international data mentioned increased social anxiety, deteriorated social skills, and poor academic performance as the challenges faced by college students due to the pandemic. Consequently, we hypothesized similar results at a national level. Based on our initial data collection and post-seminar participant feedback, results support our hypothesis. From the initial data collection, 53% of participants indicated that feelings of anxiety, panic, and fear caused them to feel socially isolated in the e-learning platform. This aligns with our hypothesis that the pandemic has deteriorated social skills and increased social anxiety in college-level students. Also, 41% of participants indicated that feelings of anxiety, panic, and fear have caused them to not perform their best academically. Although not the majority, this result shows that some students' academic performance have been negatively affected by social anxiety and shifts to the e-learning to some extent. From our post-seminar participant feedback, 92% of participants agreed that COVID-19 has increased anxiety levels in college students. This percentage further confirms our hypothesis and supports the international data cited.
Question 5 looks at what was the particular value of the psychological aspects of this intervention. Intervention has significant value as it helps give individuals a better understanding of their needs and how they can achieve these needs. It gives individuals the chance to cultivate the necessary skills and coping methods needed to continue into a life that is healthy, successful, and overall happy. The seminar would have highlighted what is social anxiety and how it holds participants back from living a fulfilling life. By introducing simple and effective ways of coping with social anxiety, participants are better equipped to overcome both the psychological and environmental factors, as well as physiological barriers that they face. Overcoming these barriers allows participants to journey into a life without fear, tension, and stress, thus granting them the opportunity to perform to the best of their abilities. University students are able to build the confidence needed to present to their peers, perform better on exams, and reduce their hesitancy when trying to speak to lecturers and other classmates.
What is the next step for the group and should the intervention strategy continue? So the steps are as follows. As the semester draws to a close, the strategies taught in the semester are particularly valuable right now. As a result, we decided to follow up with our participants to see if their grades had improved, their oral presenting abilities had enhanced, and their social anxiety had increased. This evaluation step will reveal if any students gained significantly from our seminar. As for the intervention, there is no need for it to continue as shown in the data provided here. When asked the question, do you need further intervention, right? 3 students indicated yes, whereas the other 10 indicated no. Also, if the intervention was needed, then it would have been shown in question 10, which asks, how satisfied were you with the seminar? 10 individuals indicated very satisfied, whereas 3 indicated satisfied. No one indicated anything else.
Question 7. Is there another step with which to make progress? Though there isn't anything else we can do to make more progress due to the limited time we have to submit our research, we have brought forth the idea of conducting further research in the future to gather more data to ensure the accuracy of our results, since there is little information available on this research topic.
Question 8 looks at what practical and ethical issues could have arisen from which learning has occurred. Throughout the process of developing and presenting the seminar, we try to ensure both the ethical and practical issues that could have been present were managed. This included ensuring there was voluntary consent, informed consent, anonymity, and confidentiality. However, there were still some forms of ethical issues that occurred. One ethical issue that may have been present in this seminar was the use of biased information. Throughout the seminar, we provided a variety of ways to cope with social anxiety. However, when these methods were created, we did not take differences in age, gender, socioeconomic status, and environmental circumstances into consideration. Furthermore, the method of presentation chosen may not have been the most suitable option. We chose to present a PowerPoint presentation as well as utilize open conversation. This was the best method of delivery for us as a group, but this style of presentation may not have been the most effective for each participant's individual learning style.
We are pleased to conclude that 100% of our participants found our seminar beneficial and agreed that it produced insight into social anxiety. The use of cognitive and constructivism theories of learning were successful in meeting our objectives, confirming our hypothesis, and answering the special needs posed by our audience. Participants were offered tools to cultivate necessary skills and coping methods to enhance the college experience. Although we worked hard to maintain consent and confidentiality, we still encountered some ethical issues. Nonetheless, we do not need to continue this intervention. However, we have considered gathering more data in the future. With that being said, we are happy that our seminar was informative, beneficial, and entertaining for all. Thank you.